caught up in the legal process because we love slavery. We get locked. We think that the European has laid a pathway for us to be divine. Like somehow it's written. We're gonna now write that in your non-for-profit organization. We're gonna set up our own government and we're gonna come in completely into power. We're gonna take over 196,940,000 miles of the planet Earth. Who's going to authorize and let that pass through? What devil is going to accept the mission of your non-for-profit organization to do that? To put your people back in power? What devil wants to see that happen? Not one of them. So there's no pathway for us to do that. So that will force us to become liars. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now we have to become liars and conniving and fake and evil in order to bring our own visions of what we want to create to manifest. But if you watch The Secret, you have to be direct with the universe to get exactly what you want. But in order to have a non-for-profit organization, you got to lie and couch your divine purpose in a lying-ass document. We actually just want to feed a few people, and we want to set this up and homeschool and have a clothing drive. You can't say we want to take this motherfucker over. You can't write that down. So if you can't be honest, how do you achieve what it is that you want? Because honesty is intimidating. You cannot be an honest black man. You can't be a black man and say, we want to come in power, we want to manifest that. That's terrorism for a black person to be talking about manifesting their own government and creating their own sovereign nation. They look at it as a terrorist automatically. So we got to couch it in non-for-profit organization and an organization scheme and as a religious, this is just a religious, this is our religion. That's a lie. So how is the universe responding to us lying to look good and hold face into the white man? How is natural law? How is natural law looking at these scary coons? How is natural law, how does that affect natural law? But them same people that look at The Secret, talk about the law of attraction, this and other, they won't apply none of that knowledge to building anything black. They ask for, I want a new job. I want a new shirt.
It's crazy.
I want a new pair of shoes. None of them would say, I'm using all the attractive powers of the universe to raise up and build and manifest the most powerful black nation that ever existed. If you go and tell them that most positive black person who's into the optimistic, positive, new age thinking, and you come tell them that, they say, all their positive shit is going right out the door. You can't do that. But you just told me the power of The Secret, that I can attract and manifest all this abundance. I want abundance for my people. You shouldn't want that. You should love everybody. What the hell? I didn't say I didn't love everybody. I just said I'm going to manifest abundance for my people. But then they go and desensitize the potency of black nationalism by saying you're a racist if you have any goal for your people alone. But the white man has goals for himself all along. That's what the whole government is about. His people. We have goals for our people. We are immediately looked at as racist.
They trying to erase us.
Come on. It's racism to want to do anything specifically and make any unique contribution to your people. They come to you with, well, your average black person will come to you. You don't love everybody? Race and color don't even exist. But if I have the power of attraction and I want to attract the reality that race exists for me, how are you going to tell me that what I'm attracting don't exist? I'm attracting the reality of race. That's what I'm using the power of The Secret for. For love, race, pride, and respect and honor for our people. Then they'll come and tell you race don't even exist. And they'll come and tell you that money don't exist. Watch this. Money don't exist because there's no money back in the Federal Reserve Bank, so you're just really transacting paper that has no money back in it. They'll argue with you up and down. That's prosperity. That's abundance. How can abundance be something that don't even really exist? So if you want to start dealing with things that don't exist, then stop using a dollar bill because there's nothing back in it. And if you're going to have your dollar bill that represents something that don't exist, then you can't tell me that race don't exist. You can't tell me that melanin don't exist. You can't tell me that 9 ether hair does not exist, that woolly hair does not exist. You can't tell me these things do not exist because they're evident. But there's nothing literally back in the dollar bill that people base their whole reality of success off of. Their whole concept of success is based off something that has nothing back in it. That don't make any logical sense. So we got to begin to challenge them and say, well, look, stop being scared. And a lot of times we're over planning. Simply the fact that we're not direct enough to be absolutely sure that we want, so we have become so strategical that we have outslicked ourselves. It's not too many ways that you can be absolutely clear about something. There's only one way you can be clear about it. Be completely and absolutely clear about what it is. And if we want to build a black nation, we want to see our people at their highest of heights, it's only one way we can word that. It's only one way we can put that. If we want to not longer see ourselves oppressed by the devil and imperialized and limited into their perception of reality, it's only one way you can say that. No matter what somebody else will think about it. Somebody else would think, well, man, that's racism. That's this, that's that. But that's just what they think about it. What it literally is what it literally is. So we can't keep making a reality that fits the people who are really against what your ultimate goal is. Period. Do you see what I'm making? You can't make it worded.
Right.
You can't word it to make it sound good for people that are ultimately against it. There is no way that it could sound respectable. There's no way that it could sound honorable to people who are ultimately against it. But the sister you had before you leave, you had something that you wanted to add, or?
Yeah, you know, a lot of things that you were saying prompted me to write down some stuff, and I would love to tell you. One of the things the messenger was saying that violence is expected and even provoked. The devil wants to lure us into a racial riot confrontation as an excuse to kill us. And so he was saying, you know, don't fall for it, because, you know, that's one of the things that they've always played up against us, is using our anger against us. He also brought up some stuff about like the Wizard of Oz, not phenomenon, but whatever, but it's about uncovering his lying, uncovering his true weakness, and his weak and wicked nature. It's more effective. He was talking about, I'm just going to read everything, it's not in order, but like back in the day, Eddie Murphy, you can turn it off.
No, you can go ahead, no problem.
Okay. This is kind of random, but it's like back in the day, Eddie Murphy drove the devils crazy with movies like Boomerang, where white people didn't even exist in the movie, even though he created his own utopian society, you know, what he considered was ideal. Movies like Coming to America, Harlem Nights, where he shows strong black images, strong family ties, and things like that. They pretty much blackmailed him with his career after that. I mean, they were so angry when he came out with these movies, because they were like, that doesn't exist, because they knew that if he could get black people in the mindset of even entertaining the thought of these type of possibilities, you know, of the all-black scenarios and things like that, then it would, they didn't want that. So they just kept arguing that he made this whole thing up and that, you know, this doesn't even exist. So they really, really pummeled him. And then right after that, you saw him come out with the PJs, which was completely against everything he stood for. So one of the things is, wrote down, danger of being tied to earthly struggle and against oppression. That can be rather addictive. Other aspects of developments are hindered. Won't be able to make the spiritual transition because actually, what does it say? I don't know what I wrote there. Oh, about going deeper into inside self, less affected by outward illusions of oppression. Anything you fight against, as the secret says, anything you fight against becomes stronger. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the things that you concentrate more on become more powerful. So again, it goes back into concentrating more positive energy on self and on your people, and not so much concentrating on the negativity what the white man is doing in our fight against him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like more you pull back that energy, you know, it could possibly be more effective. Also, the reason why non-emotional shows are very effective, like if you look at the impact that information like Zeitgeist was, the way they presented the information was extremely effective because they kept their emotions out of it. They just presented pure facts. And because it wasn't really playing off of your emotions, it really, really absorbs well into people's consciousness, and it's starting to spread. I mean, it's like zeitgeist, all the zeitgeist